evening, sports fans. Today we're talking about Avengers Infinity War and what we want to see previewing it. But before that, let's introduce ourselves. If I were to be an Avenger, I would probably, nobody interrupt. I was waiting for someone. Okay. I would probably be the Thor of the group, if you will. That's what I think I would be.
Sure, I'll give you that, but I disagree.
I disagree.
Oh, okay.
Okay. I don't know. I don't really have one in mind.
To my left, I have
Lightning ever should appear to few men's ruin, but to all men's fear. And I'm LewisLightning.
Touche. He might be the god of
He was a
thunder.
poet and he wasn't aware of it.
I'd probably be Captain America if we're gonna do this as we intro ourselves.
Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely the Hulk. It's
Yeah.
obvious,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm pretty green.
The reason I disagree, I think you'd be more an Ant-Man or Star-Lord.
Oh yeah, Ant-Man. Ant-Man's probably.
I'll throw the Star-Lord more so.
Who?
Yeah.
Call back joke.
Yeah. I guess.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, it's a. Before we get going, we'll do our shot.
That's part of the show.
Yeah. You can't give opinions.
Not
if
us
you're so
talking.
So
they stop watching right as soon as we're done.
Yeah. I love seeing this guy's drink.
So by the time this is up, you're probably going to be seeing Avengers Infinity War will have either come out or just about to come out. But seeing as how this is, what is this, the 30th movie or something like that? Or how many movies?
I don't
Not 30th.
Not 30th.
I think we're getting close
It's
to
like
20.
19, 20, something like that. Yeah.
So
It's up
here's a question: would you guys say that this is the culmination, or is it the culmination of Phase 2 or the start of Phase 3?
This is a culmination of 3.
Phase 3.
Phase
End
3.
of Phase 3.
Yeah.
What was the end of Phase 2? Sorry. Let's do the phases here.
Well, the first phase it was the first Avengers.
Okay.
Second phase was the second Avengers.
Oh,
I thought it was
It's all the
Ant-Man.
Avengers movies.
Pretty sure it's Ant-Man.
Ant-Man, I think, started the second.
We'll figure it out.
I
for
fucking
you.
Well,
forget, man.
you look it up online.
Yeah, but anyways.
I was pretty sure it was the Avengers movies.
So I guess here's
Someone
the
told me it
reason
wasn't.
I'm bringing up this.
Okay.
Do you guys consider that this is going to be more of an essential movie than, say, the first Avengers, or?
Well, yeah, because the first Avengers teased this back in 2012. So it's like been leading up to this for years now.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of feel like they're on equal footing. That the first one was like an experiment to see if they could get all these guys together.
Yeah.
And then this one now is the reason we tried to experiment to see if we could have this happen.
Yeah.
And if this pays off, then.
So let me ask you this: which character storyline are you most interested in seeing? What, like? I mean, okay, it's all going to be one storyline. They might not have a detailed storyline, but which character are you most interested in following in the new one coming out?
I mean, it's probably going to be Captain America because he's on the lam and he's not really like what he used to be. He's on his own.
Mm-hmm.
I want to see what he's been doing since Civil War.
Mm-hmm.
I'm curious to see where he's gone and what he's been up to. So that's kind of my first book here, I guess.
And what about you?
It's very hard because I honestly want to see mostly interactions. But anyways, Cap is my favorite. But I think like the Guardians, like their story in general, because they have the most relation. Like you have two daughters, if you include Nebula, that are Thanos' kids. Drax is going to try to kill Thanos since the first movie.
Yeah.
Like their story is all culminating on him. So they probably have the most interesting storyline so far. Like everyone else, all these Earthbound heroes, they don't even know who the fuck Thanos is.
Yeah.
No, he's gonna shock.
I guess, and maybe to bookend it, I'm most interested in Iron Man's, and I think part of the reason Cap and Iron Man are the ones they're the leads in this. Let's be fair, but the reason I think I'm most interested is we really haven't seen the fallout from Civil War when when Iron Man was betrayed by Captain America. And
it's always been like side stories that we go to the Galaxy, Guardians of the Galaxy. That's not connected to that at all. Spider-Man, which is kind of
that was a big thing, right? In the history there. So
yeah, exactly.
And it kind of left on an awkward note. It's like, oh, the teams are split up and they're not seeing each other. But then that's the end of the movie. You don't really get to see, if they ever interact. How does that look? We didn't get to see that.
Exactly.
I mean, obviously there's been multiple trailers, but there's been two parts in the two trailers that really jumped out at me that were my favorite parts of it. Obviously, one was when Thanos goes to I think it's either fist smash or punch
When
Captain
he
America.
punches. Oh no! I think when
Cap?
Oh,
Or
I think
punches
he punches Iron Man.
Yeah, I know. When he punches Iron Man, there's some
weight to that.
It's like the Mike Tyson knockout in The Hangover.
Yeah.
But no, when he goes to punch
drops him.
Cap, and Cap's
Catches his
blocking it, of course,
Yeah.
because Captain America, even though he's not as strong as the Hulk, somehow could probably resist.
hold it. I just like Thanos' face that he's trying a little bit. And he's
And
not
then
surprised.
the second one, it was a bit of a subtle thing, was when Iron Man's talking with Gamora, and he says, "Tell me his name again," and she says like Thanos kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what about you guys? Some favorite moments from the trailers?
There's tons.
I know. Like
the
pick
trailers
2 or 3.
The reference that Gamora makes about Thanos, when he could destroy half of the universe with a snap of his fingers, and that's
what he wants to do.
Directly from the comics. He does
Yeah.
that. He wears the gauntlet, snaps his fingers, half the universe is dead.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I'm really looking forward to the interactions. And even before I saw the trailer, when I just knew about the concept, I was like, I want to see Tony Stark, Star-Lord, and Ant-Man together. The trailer had almost all that.
Ant-Man, we haven't seen any
Your
Ant-Man.
plan is good.
Your plan is good.
Except
Except for one thing.
It
sucks.
Yeah.
That's the kind of interaction I envisioned, and seeing that in the trailer was just great.
Like the whole Iron Man getting hit by
I'm
Thanos was an awesome moment.
Yeah.
Took a hit.
And surprise, surprise, a Spider-Man moment. When you see the hairs go up on his arm, then you realize, okay, good, he does have his actual
then
his Spidey sense, because they never showed that at all in the Homecoming movie, and I was actually happy to see that. And it's like, oh, okay, so this is a big moment for like all of Manhattan, or all of New York, all of the world.
But since you brought that up, I just want to say, one of the things that really bugs me about Spider-Man as a character in general is his overpopularity. And this trailer, the latest, the second Infinity War trailer, does that big time for me. At the very end, after all the cool stuff happens, then there's Spider-Man just swinging through rubble, and it's just like, okay, why is that there?
When he was talking with Doctor Strange there, he's like,
That's
so we're using
good.
our superhero names?
Yeah. But just how they hit the show him like swinging through rubble, I'm like, why is this here? But it's because it's Spider-Man, I guess.
Because it's amazing, and it's probably the best part of the movie.
It's
probably the best part of the movie, that's why.
But
I mean, one of the things that everybody's talking
part
about,
of the movie.
one of the people are talking about going into it is deaths, right? I was going to ask each of you guys to give me one prediction of one character that you think is going to die.
I'll go with the obvious one. I think most people are saying Captain America. Because I know people have been saying Chris Evans isn't signed on for any other movies. This is probably his last movies right here, so it's easy. Plus, I know in the comics he died after Civil War, and this is like pretty soon after Civil War too. So this next time we've seen him. Since
I heard
I can see him die.
Before we get to lose, does he go by a different name in this one? I've heard some people call him not called Captain America, Nomad or something.
They
like
said
that. He's got that shitty small shield. What the hell is that?
Well, he took off like all of his.
Who does he think he is? Thorn Oaken shield?
Like, he doesn't have his A or his star anymore either. Too, so he's like,
they say it's a nod to that character, but he's not Nomad. They're not ever going to call him that. But it's just a nod to that where he's. Like Nomad, he just said he's not working for the States anymore. He ripped everything off. So this is kind of the same.
Okay. What about you for your death prediction?
You know, it really, I think anyone that's been on since like Avengers 1 is up there because they've been contracted for so long.
Yeah.
They're talking about making a Black Widow movie, so I think she's safe. I want this to happen, not because I hate him or anything, but I feel like we need to move on. I want to see Iron Man gone. I think we got it. He's in too many films.
What about that whole vision from Ultron 2? That was one thing that I kind of harkened back to. Remember where everybody's dead on the hill?
Yeah,
but
I think that's more his fear. But
I'm going to actually agree with you here. I actually really love Iron Man. He's a great character. But we have seen so much of Iron Man. He's been around since the beginning. He basically started the franchise, is this character.
Yeah.
And he's in everything. You know, I can say goodbye to him at this point.
And he's not making any more movies.
Yeah, I can see someone taking his place. Like maybe we want War Machine to take his place.
A lot of people say
someone else.
Spider-Man's going to be like the new face of the
probably.
I can't see that because he's owned by Sony, so I can't see the MCU wanting to put him front and center.
So
Captain Marvel, Black Panther is also options.
Yeah. My prediction, I won't go as bold of a person, but it'll be Vision. Mostly because
Thanos needs it.
Well, but also, I mean, even without the trailer, before the trailer comes, Thanos is going after the Infinity Stones. One of them is basically what makes him or keeps him alive or anything inside in his head. Is the but having said that, on the flip side, you could say that because it was shown in the trailer, it's not gonna have happen.
That can be like their
Here's the one thing I'm gonna say. I say my underrated potential death is Thor.
I think Thor's actually.
See that.
I mean, it's not my pick. I'm gonna stick with Vision, but I just heard some rumors about no Thor movies planned or anything like that.
I was thinking of saying Thor as well. For my underrated pick,
we could all be right.
For all we know, be right.
I'm gonna say Loki. I just feel like if Thor's gone, what's Loki gonna do?
Loki's a good
and
pick.
we've had 2 death fake outs from him so far. Just like why?
His death fake out in Dark World actually got me. I was like, oh, Loki.
Yeah.
You know, I know we haven't seen anything from him in the trailers, but maybe Hawkeye, just because it's an easy kill off because he's a fucking bow and arrow guy.
I could see that too. I just feel it would be.
It's an
injustice to his character, having never really done anything.
Yeah, and he has a family.
But if he comes back in the Black Widow movie, that's the strongest possibility that he'll
Here's
stay
the one thing I'm
alive.
worried about with this show is, I mean, one of my favorite characters in the Avengers is Hulk, and I'm worried he's not going to have much in this movie.
So there's a rumor that he's in the Hulkbuster armor, eh? Bruce Banner. Yeah. There's a rumor that he's in the Hulkbuster armor and he's battling, and then he eventually hulks out and bursts out of the freaking Hulk armor.
Okay.
So he's apparently that's a big rumor. That's going to be a big moment where
he's obviously in the trailer. You see him running with Cap in.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm worried because I really like Hulk, and I don't
think he's going to die.
I can see because he doesn't have a personality when he's not dying. Just not getting
the screen time.
Screen time, you know.
Okay.
I think I read an interview where they said one of the guys did the math, and if each of the characters got 3 minutes of screen time, it would be like a 300-minute movie.
Oh shit.
Yeah, or not 300 minutes. 3-hour movie or something like that. Yeah.
I mean, there's certain guys. I'm pretty sure he obviously won't die. Like Spider-Man's got movies already.
Spider-Man's not.
Like
Ant-Man, if he's in it, won't die.
Exactly. Like the Guardians of the Galaxy. There's
Doctor Strange.
Yeah. Doctor Strange. Exactly. There's sequels already.
Doctor Strange is probably we could say is one of the most important people in this.
It could be. Yes. Absolutely.
But for all the characters. To be honest with you, the character I'm most excited for is Thanos. He's one of my favorite Marvel villains.
What? But he's played by Josh Brolin.
Yeah, just don't.
Josh Brolin.
You don't need to bring that up, all right? You don't need to bring it up. But why would they?
I'm gonna put Josh Brolin from the Goonies then.
Anyways, all these actors out there, and you have to pick them for every single Marvel. Oh. Anyways, but
to be fair, he was Thanos before he was.
Thanos was a character that when I was into the Marvel cards and everything like that, he always was one of my favorites because I considered him how powerful he was. The only character I remember thinking villain more powerful than Thanos was Galactus, and that'd be awesome if he showed up as Silver Surfer in this somehow. I mean, too much.
I don't think that the crossover is gonna happen that quickly with the Fox rights.
Yeah.
Since you brought it up,
would be cool.
Thanos, I'm gonna say one thing I'm actually really excited about is seeing his Black Order.
Oh yeah, see that's something I don't really know much about.
They're fairly recent, like in the last 5 years that I think they came about, and they're all super powerful. Like I've seen there's a guy called Hyperion in the Marvel thing, and he's basically Superman, and he's getting schooled by this one dude, the Corvus Glaive, getting schooled by him just because he was a smarter fighter.
Do you think Adam Warlock's going to come up at all? Because I remember they teased him at the end of Guardians of the Galaxy.
I think they're going to save that for the next Guardians.
I think, yeah.
I don't think it's going to have anything to do with this. Because the fact that he was only like a tease, like he was in the trailer, after the trailers, it wouldn't actually throw
I guess we can't expect to see too many introductions of new characters considering how many characters are in this.
The only way...
another guy who won't die, guaranteed will not die, Black Panther. After the way Black Panther did at the box office.
Shit, yeah. They're never killing him.
Out of all of them, maybe even Spider-Man, he's the one guy I would say has no chance of worrying about dying, period.
I was going to say, the only way I can think of Adam Warlock showing up is like post-credit scene, and like it goes to the Sovereign's place, and you like see the cocoon like burst open, and he's standing there.
Oh yeah.
That's the only way I could see him appearing, and he wouldn't really do anything at that point.
So. But I'm thinking that obviously there's a second part to this movie. That we haven't seen any or heard anything about.
They haven't even released it.
They won't release it because it'll
ruin
something in this movie. I'm thinking Captain Marvel's going to have a huge part in the second one. I think she's going to be a big part of take it out to...
I got a little theory I want to get to, but first I'm going to say, I think like this movie's Infinity War, I think it's going to be everyone's fighting for these gems. And at the end of this, he's going to have all the gems. Like Thanos will have all the gems. And
except for one.
Infinity Gauntlet will be the second movie, Avengers 4. And he'll have the gauntlet at that point.
So, that's one thing. Oh, sorry.
I was going to say, my little theory is that, because we know from what we've heard, that Captain Marvel takes place in the 90s, and she was around then, right? But for some reason she's disappeared. Mm-hmm. In the comics, the Soul Stone can trap people inside. Maybe she's been trapped in that stone, and when Thanos puts them all together, she comes out.
This is a pretty freaking out there theory you got going.
Why is that out there?
I'm just saying, that's a pretty big out there theory.
And if he's right.
And that's
if he's right, hey,
he puts all the stones together, she comes out, and that's the end of that movie, and she has her own movie.
Naked, so you can see everything, because Brie Larson's so hot.
I think she's in space somewhere.
You guys help me out. Can we just recap, before we kind of finish off here, recap where the Infinity Stones, what the Infinity Stones are and where they are?
Where is the Soul Stone? That's what I was going to say.
There's still one missing.
Okay, well,
Power Stone is on Xandar. That's just the one from Guardians, the first one.
Wait, Xandar, so...
The purple one.
Oh, the purple. Oh,
it's the purple one.
Right. Say the colors.
Yeah. Exactly the color. Yeah, and it's the one that they grabbed and they held it.
It's with the Nova Corps.
Being protected by Nova Corps. Okay.
And then the Tesseract was in Asgard, which got destroyed, but from what we see in the trailers and stuff, Loki
gives
it
up. Hands it over, it looks like.
And what is the Tesseract's,
It's space.
Space,
so
okay.
Distance, places, things.
Okay.
Time Stone is with Doctor Strange. He has it.
And it's like Eye of Agamotto.
Yeah.
The Ether is with the
Collector. It was the Collector, the red
in the
stuff,
shittiest Thor movie, they got to throw in Ether.
That's the Reality Stone, so it affects reality. I feel like I'm forgetting one. Time, space, reality.
The one in...
Vision, the Mind Stone.
I thought it was a Soul Stone.
Which allows you to...
You can like manipulate people's thoughts. You can read their thoughts. You can make.
It's funny because Vision doesn't do that at all. Really.
It shoots lasers for some reason.
You think it would be the Power Stone, anyways, but
I think he just uses the.
And
power
then the Soul Stone is the
Soul
one on the back
is the X Factor. We don't know where it is.
I thought the Time is the one that's on the back of the hand.
I think he takes the Mind Stone because he has the blue one. And we see dropping that in.
Yeah.
And I think he had a yellow one.
I thought it was the purple one. The blue and the purple.
Oh, purple. Okay, then the purple one is from Xandar.
The Time Stone was the one that was on the back. It is because it's the Time Stone's the one Doctor Strange has, and the one on the back. From everything I remember, it was a bigger one. It was green.
But we haven't seen. We haven't seen the Soul Stone yet. So where it is, I don't know if anyone's got theories.
Here's my prediction. It has Captain Marvel in it, and
I don't know.
Well, the Soul Stone. Pretty sure I heard this before.
Where? Where do you think it is? Even.
Oh wow!
I know that's.
Wakanda.
I don't think we're
somewhere in Wakanda.
I think we might find out the very end of Infinity War or somewhere's in the second movie.
Captain America's butt.
I don't think he'll get. I don't think he'll get to all the stones until the very end of the first movie.
He's been keeping it up his ass.
I feel like Thanos has had it the whole time because he gave away the Mind Stone to Loki and the Scepter. Why would you give away your own stone?
Heimdall.
Fuck that.
I'm kidding. The whole Thanos. I hate that theory so much.
Yeah, I hate that too.
Oh fuck, that's the stupidest thing.
Yep. Well, that's probably a good bet. He already has it, and he's just...
It's a good bet, yeah. So then he's like, honest conquest to get the rest, yeah, possibly.
But then you don't see it in the trailers all. But they've altered the trailer before.
You know what? Falcon's got it. The most important character.
Oh, yeah. Totally.
Maybe Ant-Man finds it in the quantum realm. That's what the original Hank Pym's wife, the original Wasp, had it. No. I don't know.
Bitch.
No, she could have. Back in the day.
The dude who does the talking and all the Ant-Mans, he's got it.
He's got it, yeah.
He pawns it off or something.
He
pawns it off.
If you ever watch, he's got like the one-hit KO every time. So that's why. The Soul Stone, he steals their souls.
I just someone like a whistle, or I got like a whistle.
We're getting deep here, guys.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, I mean, any other final comments you guys have? Anything?
I actually had something in my head, but I can't think of it right now. I totally blanked on it. I had something pretty interesting.
Oh. Okay.
The comment I said is I don't want to watch any more trailers because there's so much stuff already. I want to save everything else for the movie when I'm sitting in the theater watching it, and I haven't got my tickets yet. I'm getting worried.
Yeah.
Oh, I got a ticket already.
Do you?
Oh yeah, I'm going day one.
Well, I don't have a ticket yet, but I hope to get to go to the theater to see it.
I'll take it.
I'm sure at some point in your life you'll be able to.
Fuck, I'll take a day off work to see it the day it comes out.
Yeah. Colin's sick. Just go. It's worth it.
I think it's gonna be a national
We'll
holiday.
understand. It's Infinity War, guys.
Okay, well, hopefully the next time we're talking about Avengers, we're doing a recap of one of the best Marvel movies to ever come out.
And if you've already seen it, tell us what you think down in the comments.
You know what? Russo brothers, I have faith. I have
Yeah.
complete faith in those guys. They did some of the best movies so far.
I'm open. What's Iron Man's bodyguard? He just comes in, he does a one punch on Thanos after he.
John Favreau?
So John Favreau comes
Happy
in.
Hogan?
So Thanos punches Iron Man, and then you see Happy Hogan come across with a straight hook.
Takes him out. Wow.
All right. Well, anyways, where can everybody find your opinions or watch you play video games?
I'm CountryBoy_9 on PSN, Twitch, and Twitter.
I'm the LewisLightning on Twitch.
And I'm MussKeg on Twitch, Twitter, and PSN.
I'll see you guys.
I want to do like a Marvel
Gems.
here.
I'm gonna put the gauntlet on me here.
You gotta give me some Spider-Mans.
No.
You got.
I'll do everybody's
I'll put
favorite.
little turds.
Falcon.